Hey guys, welcome to my channel again, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a DHCP server in 2012 R2. Okay, so let's get started.
So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking, We're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking.
So this is my domain controller server where I'm putting the DHCP for now. So I'm just logging into my server. So this is the server administrator account that I have created earlier. So let me just log in. Okay, so as you can see, this is a domain controller server that I have made earlier in my previous video. So here I'm going to configure the DHCP server. Okay, so as you already know, DHCP server is responsible for IP providing to the client end, and in 2012 we can configure the DHCP server by the same way in the earlier version, that is from the manage, add and role features, and from the dashboard add role and features. So I'm clicking on add and role features. So this is my server. So now I have to select DHCP server role, and the necessary feature will be added here. Now DHCP server confirmation. So DHCP server installation does not require a restart, so I'm just skipping the restart here. So I'm just clicking on install. Now I have to wait till the installation is completed. Okay, so my installation has completed. So here it is showing that complete DHCP configuration. So if you remember, in 2008 R2, while you configure the DHCP server, in that configuration wizard there is an option where you can put the server scope and all the configuration settings. In this 2012 R2 there is a quite difference in the DHCP configuration. So first here you have to install the role, then you have to complete the DHCP authentication configuration, then you have to add the scope manually from the DHCP server. So now I'm going to configure the DHCP configuration. So I have clicked on DHCP configuration. So here create the following security groups of delegation of DHCP administration: DHCP administrator, DHCP user. So these are the two groups that will create in this server for DHCP administration. So member of these groups can access the DHCP administration part. So this ID will be used as a DHCP authorization ID. By this ID I'm going to authorize this DHCP server. You can use any other credential if you want to. So creating security group done, authorizing DHCP server done. So I'm clicking on close. So DHCP configuration has been done. Now I'm clicking on close. So now I'm opening DHCP console. So from start, if you search for DHCP, it will open a DHCP console. Also you can open from this server manager as well. If you go to server manager, you can go from here. DHCP manager. Okay, so my DHCP server is showing here. So DHCP provide two types of IP, as you know, IPv4 and IPv6. So as of now there is no scope has been created, and here the server option, here is the policies, and here is the filter option, that is allow and deny. What is allow and what is deny? If you want to block any system from getting IP address from the DHCP server, you can make deny in this list. You have to add the MAC address of that system and put this in the deny list. That system will not get the IP from DHCP server. Okay, so in the server option there are lots of server options that you can configure in DHCP server. As of now I'm configuring, for now I'm using DNS server here, which is my DNS server, the same, which is 192.168. .0.1. So it will validate the DNS server whether it is exist or not. If it is exist, it will add, then apply. As you can see, this DNS server has been added. So now it is time to create a scope. So if you right click on this IPv4 section, it is option, there is option new scope. Next, let's see, check scope. Description you can put blank, or if you want to put anything. So start IP range, I want to start this IP range from 192.168.0.51 to 168.0.250. Okay, so length is 24. Exclusion are addresses or a range of addresses that are not distributed by this server. So if you don't want to assign one IP address to the client, so you can put it here, or if you don't want to assign some IP address range to that client, you can put it here. So I'm not putting anything right now, but if you want, you can put it here, so that these IP address will not distributed by the DHCP server. So this is the least duration. So whenever DHCP provide a IP, it has some least duration. So let's say DHCP server provide IP for LAN network, it by default gives 8. Hey guys, 8. Hey guys, welcome to my channel again, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a DHCP server in 2012 R2. Okay, so let's get started. So this is my server which so this is my domain controller server where I'm putting the DHCP for now. So I'm just logging into my server. So this is the server administrator account that I have created earlier. So let me just log in, skipping this one. Yes, I want to activate the scope now. Next, finish. So once you finish, this pool has been created, and this is the range 192.168.51.250. okay, so address list, there is nothing here. Reservation, what is reservation? As you know, if you want to reserve any IP address, like say you have got one IP address 192.168.0.60, and due to some dependencies your IP is need to be fixed with that only, so you can keep that reserved from this option. Okay, so scope option, once again this is the same thing that I have configured here in the server option. So by default from the server option it takes to the scope option, and then my domain name automatically created while I configure the DHCP scope. Okay, so now it is time to check whether my clients are getting IP address or not. Okay, so this is one of my client system. Here you can say this is a server, by the way, but I'm using as a client. So I'm just logging in to check whether it has got the IP address or not. Okay, so I'm going to local server. As I can see here, IPv4 address assigned by DHCP. So let me just check. Can go to cmd ipconfig. Voila, IP has been taken. So if I go to the domain controller or the DHCP server, I can see one IP address has been assigned to one workstation. So now the IP address assigned is 51. So as I already said, if you want to reserve this IP address for this particular host, so you can put it in a reservation, add to reservation. If you just right click on it, click add to reservation. list converted successfully to reservation. So if you just go to reservation, you can see this IP address has been reserved for this host, and from the address list it will show you that it is reservation is active and the MAC address is here. This is the MAC address for this client. Okay, so now I'm going to the exclusion part. If you want to exclude one IP address, so let's see this IP address. I don't want to assign this IP address to any client, so I want to exclude this IP address. So I'm going to address pool. So now new exclusion range, starting IP address, end IP address. So remember, if you want to exclude one IP address, so you can put like this 192.168.0.51, and the end IP address will be the same 192.168.0.51. okay, so if you click on add, it has been added. Now what you have to do is, after exclusion has been made, so you have to delete the reservation, because you have already reserved the IP address for that server, so you have to delete the reservation. So how do I delete? Go to address list and just click on delete. So it has been deleted. Okay, so now just it has not taken it. I'm going to now the workstation. So now I'm in the workstation and I'm opening command prompt as run admin. Now I'm putting command ipconfig/release. Now I have to put ipconfig/renew. Now see, if you just look at the IPv4 address, it has taken the new IP address, which is .52. So earlier it was 51, now it has taken 52 because I have excluded that IP. This one I have excluded it from distribution, so it will not distribute this IP address to the client. So now a new IP address has been taken by that server. Okay, so another option, that is filter. So if you want to deny any workstation from getting IP address, so you can just put here the MAC address and enable this deny. First you have to enable this, enable. Now you have to put, just right click on this deny and click new filter. Now here the MAC address and the description if you want, then click on add. So it will just deny that system by getting IP address from this DHCP server. Okay, so if you want to DHCP server to be restarted, so here is the option. Right click on this DHCP server, go to all task and select restart. So what it will do, it will restart this DHCP service. So restart has been done. Now with another way, you can restart this DHCP service by going to services.msc. So in the services.msc you have to select DHCP server, not the client. If you restart this, the same thing will happen, the DHCP server will be restarted. Okay, so now I'm going to the DHCP server backup part. So how the DHCP server will be backed up in case of any emergency or in case of any failure, backup will be required. So if you go to the DHCP, here is the option database path, backup path. By here you can mention the backup path. This is the database path. If you go here, you can see the database configuration files here. So these are the files, and today is a Monday, So DHCP log file is a Monday log file. So every day DHCP generate a log file by its day name. So today is a Monday, it will generate a Monday. Tomorrow is a Tuesday, so it will generate a Tuesday log. So if you open this log, you will get all the information of the client system. What is the MAC address, what was the IP address that he got earlier, and what is the IP address he got after that. So what is the system name, what is the MAC address, everything you will get from this log. So if you want to get any kind of IP address of the previous systems, previous days or few days back, you can get from this log. Okay, so here this is a backup folder that I was talking about. So in this backup folder, DHCP takes a backup. Okay, so automatically it will take a backup, as I have configured this DHCP server right now, so it will not backup right now. Okay, so if you want to backup the DHCP server, you just right click on the DHCP server, click on backup. You can select this backup folder by default, or if you want to backup, then you can select PC or desktop and create a new folder, backup, and then click on OK. So backup has been taken. You can validate this here. This is the backup of the DHCP server. Okay, so for now this is it. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do comment and like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.